Okay, today for this lesson, we're doing the train body for our assignment. This is the diagram that we've been given, and it's mostly complete. There's a few missing pieces there, but we'll try to sort it out. What we're going to do is start from the front and work our way backwards. We're going to do first the general shape, then we'll go back and add detail. So to start out, the general shape, we'll notice that we have a height here of 0.875. We also know that the diameter is 0.15, or excuse me, 1.5 of the tank. We're going to use that part. We also need to know that the tank is 3.75. I really need to look up the exact measurements, or not measurements, the terminology for for trains. Okay, so because of the way that it's oriented on the drawing paper, we'll notice that the back of the train is on the right view. I'm going to put the front of the train on the left view. And I like to do that using the view cube. It just makes things way more clear as we're drawing. So I start the sketch using this part here, and I'll notice that I'm already at millimeters, so I need to change that. Go first to document settings, choose units, change this to inches, click OK. And now we go ahead and start drawing this part out. I'll notice that it's giving me the width. So the width is 2, the height is 0.875. The next thing we need to do is add uh, the tank. And we'll notice that the tank in the center of this right view shows that the center of that tank is 1.375 from the base. So we'll go ahead and use that information to figure out where to put this thing. And we'll use the sketching tools, just temporarily draw lines to help us out. So I'm just making sure I'm going in the right direction. It's at 90 degrees, and I'm coming up 0.65. And that's the point that we'll do diameter of, oh, you know what? I did a different one. Sorry. I did 0.675, and it was supposed to be, what was it? Oh, yeah. If we look at the plans, it's 1.375. It's a good thing I have the drawing on another screen. Okay, so now we go here, right? Click on the center there, and it's 1.5 is the diameter. So we want to clean this up just so that it makes our sketch work a little better, so that it's all one shape. Finish the sketch. Now we'll go ahead and extrude this shape by, as we said, 3.75. All right, to see the magic, we'll click on home and we can see that it worked. All right, the next thing we're going to do is work on the caboose part. We'll notice that when we're looking at the dimensions here, the back of it shows that the top has a nice rounded flow that's at the radius of 2.35, which is at diameter is 4.7. And we notice this one is 0.375 above the floor, and it's halfway in the middle. So that's really nice to know where we're going with that one. So let's establish that right now. So we want to create the sketch based on this face. Use the line, come to center, come upward. We're going 0.375. Then we use the circle tool to go a diameter of 4.7. Now we'll use the sketching tools to start here and go at a 90-degree angle just above the line. We just want to just go past it, just like that. Now we can use the trim tool to clean things up a little bit. Just get rid of the extra stuff that we don't need. We don't want to trim this part in here. We'll go ahead and just extend that just a sec. All right, so we finish the sketch. Use the extend tool, and by looking at the plans, we see that we need to extend 1.75. That one's not quite so clear. We had to do a little bit of math on it. Mr. Runyon, when he did that drawing, he didn't get that one in there. Really should have, but he'll make a change. Okay, cool. So now we're going to work on doing this little part right here that's a flange that sticks out. We need to notice how high that is from the edge here, and it's 0.25. We also, while we're here, let's notice that this thickness is 0.19, and let's see, and it also, as we look on the side view, comes out 1 inch. All right, so we're going to go ahead and continue our sketching from this face. Come down 0.25 and repeat this. I want to demonstrate something here. Notice that if I don't have my mouse quite right, it says 82 degrees. I want to clean that up and make sure it's going correct, just so that I can avoid that error. And draw a line coming from side to side. Let's finish the sketch. Extrude, come out by 1. Now we'll go ahead and get the window in by creating a sketch based on this face here. We're going to use that cool offset tool. So if we come up here and hover on the edge, you can see it chooses the object. We want to make this one be, let's come in, so it'll be negative 1.9. No, it's not 1.9, it's 0.19. Excuse me about that. There we go. And there's the window there. I think I did this a little bit ahead of time because I really should have probably cut it out back here, the stuff behind. So I think I'm going to leave that sketch for now, and I'll come back to it. Let's come back here to the back side. We're going to do this part right here to get that cut out. We'll notice it's 0.65 above. We notice that the walls are 0.1 thick, and it goes up to but not including the part here that sticks out. So that will be helpful for us to know. So now we'll go ahead and we're sketched on this plane already using this offset tool. Click on the edge. It's a negative 0.1. There we go. And then we needed to come up, as I believe it was 0.65, and then go straight across from there. Notice it's snapping on those 90-degree increments. Now we use the trimming tool to kind of clean that part up. Get rid of that part there, right, this part here. Finish the sketch. Now this one we're going to go back into the cab, extrude it backwards, minus 1.6. Perfect. Now we can go back and finish that window. And we'll just go ahead and extrude this one at -4. I just want to go way well past it. It's all good. Now there's a little bit of a problem that we'll notice when we cut this. There was some leftovers. And there's a really cool tool that I can show you how to use to get rid of this. So we want to start our sketch based on this outer object here, this outer face. I'll get it in closer so we can see it. And then in Create, down under the menu, we're looking for Project, and we'll click on these objects that are projected from behind. I just wanted to get those faces. Finish the sketch. We'll go ahead and come home, and I want to zoom in so you can see it. Kind of move this around a little bit. So when we do the extrude, this time we click on both of these faces, and we could either do subtract something, but it might we might have an instance where it's going to hit in the back here. It may hit like the tank. So we're going to use another method that's really cool. Instead of using distance, we're doing to object. So now we're going to have it trim to, but not including, it goes right up to that object. Press enter, and now the window's cut. All right, let's go ahead and admire our work a little bit. There we go. So it looks like we've got just about everything done on that part. Now we're going to go back and start cutting things out from the front towards the back. And you may not see the pause, but I've got a meeting, so I've got to go to it, and I'll finish this later, and we'll resume in a bit.